Welcome back, pupils. What have you been up to since we last met? I hope that you have been keeping safe, and at the same time, I hope that you spend some time to revisit the work we did in our last grammar lesson. If you can remember, we started to look at the comma and how it is used. So before we go on, let's do a little recap. We said that a comma is a punctuation mark that looks like this. The comma is used to separate three or more words such as names and phrases written in a series. The comma can also be used when writing an address or the date. We use a comma after certain words used to introduce a sentence. Words such as well, yes, why, hello, hey, and we have some more. So, stay tuned, boys and girls, as we continue to learn about the comma and how it is used in our writing. Today, we will look at two more important rules for using the comma. The comma is used to separate two independent clauses when they are joined by a coordinating conjunction. So what exactly is an independent clause? Let's look back. An independent clause is a part of a sentence. It can express a complete thought. That means that it can stand alone. Let's look at a few examples. It's an old truck, but it is very reliable. In this sentence, can you see the parts that can make two separate sentences? Look carefully. Yes, the first part, it's an old truck. That's our first independent clause. It is very reliable. That's our second independent clause. Now, these two clauses are joined by the conjunction but. So the comma is placed before but just after the word truck. Here's another example for using comma to separate independent clauses. Yesterday was her brother's birthday, so she took him out to dinner. Make sure you look to see the two parts that can make two complete sentences. Yesterday was her brother's birthday. That's our first clause. She took him out to dinner. That also can be a separate sentence. These two clauses are joined by the conjunction so. Yesterday was her brother's birthday, so she took him out to dinner. And so we put the comma just after the word birthday and before the word so. The comma is also used to separate direct speech or quotations from the reporting part of a sentence. Now remember, quotation marks are used to show direct words spoken by someone. In this case, the comma is placed before the quotation is closed. Let's take a look at these. I'll see you tomorrow, said John to his teacher. I'll see you tomorrow, said John to his teacher. The direct words spoken by John were, I'll see you tomorrow. And so those words are in the quotation marks. The comma is placed after the word tomorrow, just before the last quotation mark. Another example showing how the comma is used to separate direct speech from the reporting part of the sentence is below. I am happy you're here, said Sue to Bill. Here you see again that I am happy you are here are the words spoken by Sue, and so those words are in the quotation mark. The comma comes just before the last quotation mark. In the sentence where the reporting part comes before the direct speech, the comma is placed after the reporting part in the sentence, just before the first quotation mark. Let's take a look at this example. She said, hurry up and get dressed or else we'll be late. She said, hurry up and get dressed or else we'll be late. She said is the reporting part in that sentence. And so the comma comes just after the word said, which is before the first quotation mark. Now that we have looked at all the rules for the comma, let's do this simple activity. But before you go on to the activity, just remember, the comma is used to separate two independent clauses when they are joined by coordinating conjunctions. The comma is also used to separate direct speech or a quotation from the reporting part of the sentence. Now here's an activity for you to do. Let's begin. I felt sick, so my friend walked with me to the nurse's office. I felt sick, so my friend walked with me to the nurse's office. Where do we place the comma? That's right, just after I felt sick. This can be a complete sentence by itself. And so this is the first independent clause. Can you find another part that can stand as a complete sentence? Yes, my friend walked with me to the nurse's office. So the new sentence should look like this. I felt sick, so my friend walked with me to the nurse's office, with the comma after the word sick. Moving on. The traffic was good, so I decided to go home. Can you spot the two parts there that can make two independent sentences? Yes, you're correct. The traffic was good. I decided to go home. Here we place the comma after the first independent clause, followed by our coordinating conjunction, so. Your sentence should look like this. The traffic was good, so I decided to go home. The comma being after the word good. Now I have another sentence there for you. Let's go to the cinema, he said. In this sentence, there are quotation marks. So where do we put the comma? Your sentence should look like this. The comma is placed after the word cinema. Let's go to the cinema were the direct words he spoke. And the last sentence. Dad said, I will buy you a brand new computer. I will buy you a brand new computer. Did you put your comma after the word said? Very good. Your sentence should look like this, with the comma after the word said. Were you able to get them correct? I am sure you were. Great job, everyone. So, let's do a general recap. The comma is a punctuation mark used to separate three or more words, such as names, in a series and phrases written in a sentence. It is used when writing an address and in some cases when writing the date. The comma is placed after certain words that introduce the sentence, such as well, yes, and why. And yes, we have some more. When there are two or more independent clauses, the comma is placed before the coordinating conjunction used to join the two clauses. The comma is also used to separate direct speech or a quotation from the reporting part of the sentence. Well, boys and girls, we have learned a lot on using the comma. Remember to make sure you practice these rules when you are writing. So, stay safe and see you next time right here on the Learning Channel.